Go team, we're doing it again. Tell your friends. Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. I think we did it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. My name's Jay Ryan. I'm doing it without glasses tonight. I can see you. I'm going to get in real tight so I can see you. I'm doing it with a microphone and with no glasses. And Miss Ryan is right over there with her thing on. See if this is anybody important. I want to make sure it's not Sean Lee, who is going to be here in a second. No, I don't even see anything. It's not even anybody. Ugh. Did anyone else hear a good ding? Did you hear one? It's Phantom. Hi, Late Night Playset. This is it. Please like and subscribe. It's going to get better the moment I sit down and shut up. Like I said, Nicole's over here. Sean Lee is going to be our guest in a few minutes. He is en route over here with the new Z. In the meantime, we also have you on Instagram. But producer Mike up there in Canada with a man
Greeting,
bun
everybody.
and a good-looking beard. Last time we saw you was here in this place, in this studio here, buddy. I guess we'll talk about how things have been for you in Canada since you've been back, as well as what's going on with the Letterman podcast. I know you've put up some new episodes and stuff, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I think there's some Dave news as well. The new Z. The new Z is really the big topic of conversation, as well as the Huni. I'm going to get this right. The Huni Pegasus. The Huni Pegasus. Ken Block's car for Pikes Peak that just got released today. They uncovered it last night at the big unveiling downtown. And so we'll talk about that as well. The thing is a monster. It's a Frankenstein monster. It looks amazing. Can't wait to see what they do with it. And quite frankly, this is just the problem of I don't know who to root for on Pikes Peak this year. We have many friends racing. I don't know who to root for. But that's what's going on tonight in the playset. We've got you here as well. County Line Cars and Coffee, Apex Dream Cars. Alpha 952 sent a request to be in your live video. All right, well, maybe we'll do that in a few minutes, Apex. Or Alpha 952. That's what's going on. All right, we'll see everybody in a few minutes. Right now, Will is going to tell you about how this show starts. Take it away, Will. Back to the bubbles for the video viewers. Welcome back to the Instagram for the Instagram viewers. Hi, everybody. This feels good to be back in here. It's been a while, hasn't it? Is it just me? We've been gone.
It feels good to be back.
We were gone for a week, isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that makes sense then. We're back in the studio for the first time in a while. Tonight is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, and we have the promise of a great guest this evening. He's on his way. He'll be here at some point. I told him not to worry about the time. He had one hell of a day today, and he's in the new Nissan Z driving around as we speak. Sean Lee, the Purist Group's Sean Lee, our friend from GVBC, Sean Lee, will be here in just a little bit. But in the meantime, it's going to be hanging out with you because we don't know what else to do. We have stuff to talk about. We've got our friend producer Mike up in Canada. Hello, producer Mike.
Let's start by talking about the Topless Targa and Hank on Camera 4 have already bought badges. The night is off to a screaming start.
You
Oh,
guys.
thanks, you guys. Hank on Camera 4 and who was it? Topless Targa?
Topless Targa, yeah.
Show us your badges. It's inappropriate. You can't do that these days. I wonder what... whatever. Somebody will shut everything down. I was just trying to think of... Topless anything makes me think of flashing, makes me think of truckers, makes me think of those mud flaps with the lady laying on it and everything. Like, is that okay still? I guess you can still admire a sexy lady, right?
So funny. I just watched someone vacuuming a rug with that on it. I mean, I guess that comes down to personal preference and choice. If it's in your home, I think. On your car, that might be different.
The truckers.
I say no.
No, don't do it.
No, don't do it.
No sexy mud flap girl silhouette on the trucker flaps anymore?
I don't personally like it, so
Oh.
I have to say no, but I don't think it's appropriate either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a position here, but appropriate because what? Children could look at those mud flaps? I mean, I did when I was a kid. I was like, you know, you can see them.
It's presenting something that doesn't need to be presented publicly.
But that person obviously feels differently. So it's your opinion versus theirs. And I don't disagree with you, but I don't disagree with them either. And I love customizing your ride. You know that.
I don't think it needs to be for everyone to see.
It's less controversial than, say, the flag on the hood of the General Lee, though, right? On the roof of the, that's
Yeah.
more polarizing than, say, the mud
It's
flap.
more visible. And probably, yeah.
No, I'm not. You change things. You're such a publicist at your goddamn core. You literally will shift the conversation to your own.
That blows, and I'm sorry, but yes, it's more polarizing, definitely.
Anyway, thanks for buying the badges. Can't remember what I was going to say on the by the way before, because the by the way sometimes becomes the forest. But that brings me up to last week is on the topic of things to talk about here. Last week on the show, we're here, we're fine, everything's good. We just don't hide our real selves from you guys, and sometimes we get into it, and it's never bad. I mean, that's it, we're through. Can you imagine? I'm talking about the end of the show last week, or a few times throughout the show last week.
No, I choose to live in a cloud of nonchalance. Like, I can't focus on when it's awful. When things feel uncomfortable,
All right.
it envelopes me.
Okay. Are we still there? Is it still happening?
I'll get out.
No,
It
I'm trying to explain to them what happens sometimes, and is it happening again right now?
Yeah, because I feel it. Everything that I know is like a silly putty. It attaches. You could put it on newsprint and read it backward.
Silly putty.
Mine not making sense.
I don't
Like,
know, I don't
we
know,
used to
I don't
do
know.
that all the time.
So I understand what silly putty is. Now you've got us locked on. What, am I crazy? Silly putty doesn't pick stuff up? Yeah, no,
That's
silly putty does.
Like my emotional insides. So when that came up again, it stuck, and I was like, "Get off! I don't want to think about it."
That's the best analogy you can come up, because you're never gonna get any better if that's how you think about it. What do? Just mash it up every time? It just eventually gets dirty and gray.
I'm trying to get better, and when shit comes up again, it sticks to me, and I have to take it off physically.
Do we
It's
eventually throw the
uncomfortable.
silly putty away? And
I'm
get new
running
silly
out
putty?
of silly. Yes, I'll come up with a new analogy.
You see my point, right? I don't
I
think
do
this one is
now.
sustainable. And then if you think about it differently, maybe then you can reroute your wiring. You're the biggest believer in neuroplasty I know. You're the biggest believer I know in neuroplasty, however you want to say it. Changing your thoughts, changing your being.
It
whatever.
used to be called neuroplasticity. And then, like, the 3-period ellipsis is now 2, apparently. It all changed.
I don't know about that. I do understand what you're saying. Passage of time. I didn't know that a 3-dot ellipsis became a 2-dot ellipsis. I call that a mistake. What irritates me, the piss out of me lately, is when I go to, I've used that 3-dot thing all the time, and when I go to erase the 3 dots, and it erases all 3 in the first shot, and I end up erasing 2 more letters, like, oh, you want to talk about irritation.
That's
Whoever's
frustrating.
decision, like, oh, no, just, they mean this. And it's like, almost nobody will ever fucking mean that. Almost
Agreed.
nobody will ever erase it in one shot. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Irritating. Johnny Depp is in the news. I can't talk to anybody or turn on the television without somebody talking about this Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I don't give a crap about any of it. I really had no dog or however that goes. I didn't have a horse in the fight or a dog or a pony show or whatever goes on there. I didn't care because I don't really, since Nightmare on Elm Street, I haven't really followed Johnny Depp. I want to like those pirate movies so much, like the rest of the world. Sorry, they're not good. I don't care. The character might be fine and interesting or whatever. The movies just aren't good. They're just
Movies
flashy and
are
shiny, and
bad.
they've really tricked you into thinking they're good. They're not. But with that, the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing. What the frig is going on? It's Saturday Night Live talking about pooping in the bed and stuff. We watched that. Does anybody have a take on that? Does anybody care? I mean, I hate to make this about that, but it is like in the news. It's like global warming and Johnny Depp. Carissable bought a badge. Thanks. Amen, Jay. Shazam bought a badge. Thanks. You reached 5 supporters. Don't forget to thank them. I will. We will. We all do. There was some stuff up here, Babes and Classics. Don't know what the badges are about? Click on the box with a heart to find the right and donate money to the show. It helps get the word out. It does. It's exactly right. Thanks, Babes and Classics. I didn't know you were going to be here tonight, or I would have promoted it. And is it Babes and Classics who works for the show, not Ariel? Because I often tag Ariel. Not Ariel. Ariel. But maybe I'm tagging the wrong one. Is this right? There we go. I love Producer M. Yeah, me too. Thank you for the badges, Carissable and Shazam Mac. Oh, love you. Oh, that's so awesome. This is fun. As a matter of fact, Babes and Classics, if your ears have been ringing over the weekend or whatever, we've been talking about you a lot. We need to have a meeting. I don't know what to talk about. Are you there or are you here? I don't know where you are. Gotta figure that out. So nobody has an opinion on, are we Team Johnny or Team Amber? We're going to have to pick this is the OJ thing, guys. It's he did it or he didn't do it. Like, we are Team Johnny or Team Amber Heard. I heard that she's getting taken out of her Marvel movie or whatever she was in, or she's got 3 lines now instead of whatever. I don't know what's going on. But it seems like Johnny Depp, who looked like he was on the outs with everything, is going to come out on top of this thing, as I understand it.
I think so too. I'm not reading because I would go down a rabbit hole and never leave, and it's so dumb. But the only thing I know is the Pirates movies are affected, and that's dumb. But I don't like those movies either.
That's for him, yeah. Yeah. But I didn't even know there were going to be more Pirates movies, and should he really be the one still playing Jack Sparrow? Although I guess it's all makeup anyway. Whatever. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about any of it. Her lawyers are not helping her at all. I have a feeling that he's going to come out on top of this, and I don't know that she'll end up having to give him any money. Like, I think that might be sort of I think the trial is for show just in that. Like, I don't think she's going to end up writing him a check at the end of this. But I do think it's going to help the world think that maybe Johnny Depp is a little less crazy than we all thought now that Amber Heard's out of his life, and maybe we can still bank on him and bet on, and then maybe he gets more movies and support. And, you know, Mickey Rourke was crazy for a long time, and then he came back and he took some time off, came back, did The Wrestler, and I don't know, went to AA. I don't know what his problem was, but he came back big and he was triumphant in the end. Shazam Mike, you'll know. You love wrestling. What was the deal with Mickey Rourke, right? Didn't he have a similar thing? He was gone for years and years and years, having sort of gone crazy in the business, and then the wrestler.
He was certainly brought back by the wrestler. I was going to say something about Johnny Depp, though. Last week, before we came and hung out in the studio with you guys, we were at the Land of the Mouse for 5 days. In California Adventureland, they do a thing that's like the fireworks, but not the fireworks. It's a thing in the water with color, and they got mist that goes up like the Bellagio fountains, and they project stuff up against that mist.
It's called the Color of Magic, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Disney's Color of Magic?
Or
Magic of Color?
Or
Magic
the new
of
version
Color?
of that, whatever it is. The World of Color, maybe.
That's it.
But I'll tell you this. Nobody got a bigger pop in that show that night than when they showed Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. There was probably 5,000 to 10,000 people around the water watching it, and they went fucking nuts when his vision came up in those fountains. And we were saying to ourselves, I wonder if Disney is listening to this right now, because the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is down, and we didn't know if they were taking him out of it.
Right.
But clearly that night at the World of Color, JD had a pile of support.
Well, that was going to be my point. All of those people, and those were just the ones who were there. I mean, he has so many supporters as that Jack Sparrow. It is so international, global is the word. I think they wouldn't let him. I think he'll be back in as Jack Sparrow. I don't think they're removing him. I would say this is a cool-off period, a waiting period. I think Johnny Depp is too big and bankable. I don't think he's cancelable just based on this stuff, especially as things are coming out in the trial.
Agreed. And I think a break is probably needed right now.
Plus,
if they let Mel Gibson out of the penalty box, I think they're going to let Johnny Depp out.
Yeah, it's a weird business, isn't it? It has nothing to do with you and your soul. It has to do with, can you make them money? Are we still bankable? Will all the people still buy from you? And I think so far, I would say, I don't know anything. I'm not following this thing day to day. But as I've seen based on what SNL is saying anyway, it certainly sounds like he's got a little more leg to stand on than I thought he would have going into this.
Yeah, her crazy is more visible, I think, than we anticipated.
Somebody here, I don't know if it was funny to me. I don't know. It's probably funny to me just because it was timely because of what we were watching lately, but somebody sent that.
Hilarious.
This is her. One of the. Oh, geez, they can't see it. Here we go. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh,
we're watching
no.
the Austin Powers movies right now, so I found that pretty funny. Auto Kennel, miss you guys. Got to run. Can be ready for another rally. Can you ready? Probably getting ready for another rally. Miss my GVBC family also. Be well, y'all. We love you, Auto Kennel. Have fun. He was out with the R group last week, and I don't know where he's going now. Somewhere else. He's always on the road. I guess maybe he's always on the road again now. We got spoiled having him at GVBC all through COVID and whatever.
Right.
It's available on Fridays.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Love to Ed. All right, let's see. Let's do a Sean Lee check-in here. Currently nothing, which I don't want to bombard. How about you tell somebody like, don't worry about the time. Where are you now? Are you closer than you were? Give me an ETA. I don't care what it is. Just I need to know. Oh, yeah. There we go. Producer Mike left with... Producer Mike, you left without your card. Were you the one who said you wanted your card? Did you care? Was that you? Somebody said they wanted to do the show and they wanted to keep their card. It wasn't you?
Yeah, that was me. But
okay.
I got my pencils though. So
that's what I was going to say.
Very special one.
Yeah, you got the show pencils from that. All right. Well, then we'll keep it here for you, I guess.
Okay.
Well, it's not going anywhere. It's just going to go in the stack over here, I guess. Other than the people who requested to take theirs, every single one is still down there. So, should we talk about the new chairs for 2 seconds? New chairs are going to be here soon. They're shipped. We thought they might be here today. At one point, FedEx was like, "Oh, ahead of schedule," and then all of a sudden, no, not ahead of schedule. Something about a weather delay. Now they're just on time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I am very excited because I think everything will be a little more matchy in here. And then we're going to be making some other changes, some small things here and there that you'll notice over time. And we're excited about it. We're excited about it. I think it'll be a little more us without taking away from Letterman. I know there's certain people, certainly some people on the line who don't want to see the Letterman of it go away. And obviously that won't. But, these chairs are hideous, right? I mean, I'm not the only one. Sorry. Where is it? Here we go. The story for why those chairs are even there is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's a spite thing for NBC. Is the only reason these chairs are even covered in that fabric and in existence at all. They should be blue and in James Commissar's collection with the NBC stuff. But no, Kathleen Ankers and Dave and the show stole them from NBC and recovered them. Out of spite. I'm so curious if they're blue underneath or not. I mean, the blue polka dot is hilarious to me. Because, like, when was the last time you saw polka dotted furniture on television, on a talk show, no less? It's solely, clearly, once you know, it's solely clearly like a little...
It's a pretty visible FU. If you know, it's pretty cool.
Because the whole thing was the show couldn't look like it used to look. There are many iterations from Kathleen Ankers of basically the Ed Sullivan Theater stage set looking exactly like 6A, just a larger version of it, the same color scheme, all the same stuff, the big windows and all that. And got vetoed by the folks at NBC, and a lot of things were like that. And it was a version of give and take. So this is just what they ended up with. But anyway, we're excited to have some Eames chairs. Then all the chairs will be Eames, because yours is Eames plywood. This is the Eames, desk aluminum chair, whatever. And then the 2 molded Eiffel chairs will be fun. I'm really happy. I think it's going to tie it all together. It's going to really tie the room together.
They're going to be really neat.
The dude will abide. Guarantee it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Cough, cough, producer Mike. You guys are the best. Cars Yes here. Oh, man. When are you ever going to be down here? I don't know if he's probably gone already. But Mark, if you're still here, and if you're ever going to be in LA, we'd love to have you on the show. It's a huge car podcast. Mark Green is the host of Cars Yeah. And he's a nice guy. He had me on when we were not anybody in this. I think somebody told him to have me on. And he was like, okay. But, I mean, it was before we did any of this and before Breakfast Club, I think.
It was a long time ago. It's all I know.
We were just people taking pictures like everybody else. Like, we didn't have a leg to stand on. Or the tripod we've built today. I'm just kidding.
Cars Yeah is here.
Oh, nice. Does Mark Green ever get to? Does he ever get to the Los Angeles area? Because it would be great to have him in the place at here. I'd love to return the favor. I'd love to have him on our show. Is what I'm trying to say here. Terribly. Stretch it, because Sean Lee isn't here yet, and you haven't heard. Yeah, you bet. But my pencils are sharp, and that is good. And I can start crossing things off the list very slowly. Talked about last week. Talked about Johnny Depp. Ozark, everybody? Anybody? Ozark? We talking about Ozark? Jeff Zwart? Maybe we should go straight to Pikes Peak. That's on the list as well. The Huna Pegasus is something, and then we've got Zwart going up in that Mobil 1 beauty. And, Lieberman is going up this year being coached by Zwart. And I don't know is Cam racing again, too? Is Cam competing again? Cam Ingram? I don't know why my voice got so high when I said Cam. Is my buddy Cam coming? Hope so. You could hear the strain. I don't know where that came from. You went to broadcasting school. Why not just keep it in the lower register here? You know what it is? It's Jeff Zwart. I get nervous every time Jeff Zwart's here. I feel like it's my dad looking in. Like, oh, my dad's peeking in. Like, you doing all this right? Is everything going okay in here? Yes, Cam is in. Awesome. So I don't know who to root for. I mean, he's coaching 2 people that I love and I'm rooting for, and then there are other people. He's probably running. I mean,
the minute he said yes, so yes, Kim was running too. I was like, I give up. I have no idea.
And BBI's all over the mountain. How's that? Way to go, Batim. Love Batim. Yeah, this is all wonderful. Yeah, that's what got us started on it. The Hunipigasus is, I mean, it's if Frankenstein was good looking, right? I mean, that's basically it. It's
Yeah.
wild. You can tell it was a 911 at one point, but you can tell it's not anymore. Mid-engine, I believe, 1,400 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like so wide. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It looks like you made a 911 into one of those RC cars, or it looks like you took T.J. Russell's Baja and then made it a effing race car. I mean, his is already kind of a race car, but you know what I mean, like a low to the ground, hugging suspension race car. It's a thing of beauty. I am so impressed with what the team, and there were a lot of people involved in that sucker. But I'm so impressed with what they did. And we have Lonnie Unser. So the Unser family is representing. Wow. It was Al Unser when I was a kid, then Al Unser Jr., obviously, probably most people remember. That is awesome. Wellswart, you're just going to have to come in here and tell us about it at some point. And no pressure on that. I'm sure you are busy, but maybe after when you get back. I'm super excited for you. Way to represent on the mountain. My gosh.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's why. Everything he does is so accomplished, I get nervous. I'm like, oh, I'm just doing a little show. Okay. Anyway, we are super excited about Pikes Peak, and it's only, a month or so away. Off to Italy on Thursday. Awesome. I mean, do you see what I mean?
There's a lot.
Yeah. Gosh darn it. No, we love you, Jeff Swart, and we can't wait to see you at some point. We'll stop by soon. Thank you. Thank you. You were great on Smoking Tire, by the way. Loved it. I know they loved having you. So anyway, see you soon. I get so entranced. And then also I could hear some noise backstage there. So you know me. Squirrel. Okay. Ozark. Yeah, Ozark. What do you guys think? Are we talking about Ozark? Can we talk about Ozark? Does anybody else watch it? We watched it and we finished it. No spoilers. Priestix. I need some help with this one. Okay, enough Swart stuff. Thanks. All right, we love you, Jeff Swart. Priestatrix. No spoilers. No, we won't. All right, we won't. But people like Ozark, yeah? People are happy with Ozark. People who have seen Ozark up till the last 7 episodes have liked Ozark, and we agree.
Good ride.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it, because you kind of don't realize how much ground is covered until you realize this is only 4 seasons, and we started way back in Chicago.
Yeah, and there's minutes where you're like, "What's happening?" And like, it just keeps going, and it's deep and layered. I love it.
When we finished it, I couldn't actually remember where it freaking started, and then when I thought about it, I remembered where it started way back before we even get to the Ozarks, and it made me want to start it over. But that's when I realized, like, 4 seasons, we cover a lot of ground in 4 seasons. And then Buddy, one of my favorite characters, he's only alive in the first couple seasons. Buddy, you know what I mean? He's elderly when we meet him.
Yeah, I need to watch it again too, I think.
Jason is incredible. Yeah, Laura's incredible. Fucking gee whiz. I got a little PTSD with that, Laura. I don't know. She's so good that she really envelops that someone who has that type of illness, disease, mental illness, or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not a doctor. As long as I say I'm not a doctor, I can call it anything, right? Yeah, she is. I mean, like, it's so uncomfortable to watch sometimes. I think he's great in everything. I think Jason Bateman is great because I think we like Jason Bateman. I don't think he's really much other than Jason Bateman. I hope Jason Bateman wouldn't mind me saying that. What I mean by that is Michael Bluth is Marty Byrde, is the same guy I saw on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson as a little kid, sitting there as the young adult, going like, I mean, I guess.
All
You know what I mean?
think
He
is
can't be
if-
bothered.
All I think is if you change the soundtrack, you get to the same performance. Just him, like
Right, you change the music around him,
Yeah.
the voice stays the same.
you get
Totally
a
agree.
totally different effect.
And I have no problem with that. So you put comedy
Yeah.
people around him in the Ozark, you put drama people around him, because he's funny, serious all the time. That's his dryness.
Yep.
That's what's so great. He's so serious that it's hilarious.
Agreed.
The fact that Michael Bluth and Marty Byrde have the same initials, I was like, for real? I know. And Jesus Christ is on this toast. All right. Do I? It's been all right. So I told him not to worry, but it's now after 5:30. Should I? I don't know what to do. Anybody watch Flight Attendant? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Is that really what it's called? I'm
Yes.
having a moment now. The one with her,
Yes.
Kaylee Cuoco. She's the one. Oh, this is amazing. The other day, this is amazing. We'll talk about Flight Attendant in 1 second, but let's wrap it up with Ozark with me telling you this amazing story. It's not amazing, but you're helping me remember something. The other day, I told you Wendy's brother from Ozark. Speaking of mental
Yes.
illness, he reminds us of Mac from It's Always Sunny because they have a similar look, and some stereo guy that I watch on YouTube to review speakers and stuff. Anyway, I told you that he's dating somebody famous in real life, and I couldn't think of who it was. It's the flight attendant, Kaylee
No.
Cuoco. Yeah. They're really together in real life. That I couldn't think of it the other day when I was telling her. And now we did. We did it. We put it together.
That's a good connection to make.
Tedward, this is okay. All right, Fight on Blaster. We did watch the first season, and I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was amazing, but she produced it, and I was like, oh, well, I think this is her first producerial thing. I liked it enough. I was worried about exactly what Tedward's saying here. Couldn't watch more than 3 eps of the second season of Flight Attendant. I don't think. I mean, it's on currently, and I haven't gotten back into it yet. It got really bad. Yeah, I'm worried about that. Oh, shit. Tedward's a good judge of. Well, I guess that's not fair, but I would say that our opinions generally align.
Yeah. True.
I consider him a good judge
You
for my
guys
personal take.
both know quality.
That's right.
So
Tell your friends.
yeah. PSA. But like that's I think the through line.
I loved Ozark, says 102 DLG Radio Orlando. Oh, snap. We're on in Orlando, everybody. How cool is that? Is Orlando close to Punta Gorda? I could
I
have him
don't
give
know.
a shout out to my mom on the air.
I don't know.
Oh. Is Orlando near Punta Gorda? Radio Orlando 102 DLG. WDLG 102 Radio Orlando. We're just rounding the bottom of the hour, talking about Ozark. And Tedward's giving his opinions. Fight on Blaster must continue. All right. What about, has anyone seen, this is my problem. I watched the shit, and then I can't remember the name of it. I watched I'll watch an episode into something to see if it's like, I'll judge the quality, and if it's good, I'll then say, hey, let's watch this, and then I'll rewatch the beginning and go on from there. Minx? Do you know Minx? Do you know what it is? Do you know about it?
No.
All right, it's on one of the streamers. I think it's HBO Go, HBO Max, HBO, whatever HBO is these days. And it's some people that we like though, and some people that we don't know. Jake Johnson, is that his name?
Yeah.
Not Jake Johansson, right?
I
Jake
worked
Johnson, the
with
one
him.
you worked with.
Yeah.
New Girl, that guy.
That guy.
Yeah, he's in it, and it's about 70s and the porn industry, or like a magazine, like starting a porn magazine in the 70s.
I trust him. He's like you. Like he knows good shit.
Yeah, it was fine enough that I watched into the second a little bit, and I was like, okay, yeah, they're picking it up. All right, well,
Cool.
all right. So Minx. So if anybody knows anything about Minx, I'd like to know about it. The Wild season 2 is on Amazon, and I may be biased because I work on the show, but it's incredible. Bias? The Wilds, rather. Bias? I've never heard of The Wild season 1, let alone 2. I know Wild and Out, Niall Evans' show. Nick Cannon and 9/11 show. All right, so that's good. And Tokyo Vice on HBO. People are talking about that one. I don't know if I guess it depends on the type of programming you like, right? Some people are really into the reality programming. It's not my thing. It's not my bag, baby. We are, however, watching the old Austin Powers movies again. Because of that, again, the Netflix show that we watched, The Pentaverate, which I enjoyed enough that made me go, oh, you know what? I think I'd like to check in on Mike Myers. His comedy was really stupid when we needed stupid. And then when we tried to watch it a couple of years ago, it was like we were over stupid. We were looking for smart shit, you know? Like we the people, like the culture.
Yeah.
And it sort of had timed out a little bit. And then now that we're sort of exhausted again and like, just give me something easy for the back. Give me a 90-minute comedy. What happened to the 90-minute comedy? The 90-minute low-budget comedy.
When did everything become 2 hours? Like, what the hell?
And $50 million. Like, not every Adam Sandler movie needs to be $60 million. I know you got to pay the talent these days, so that's part of it. But, like, the production value doesn't need to live up to that. The old, I hate to say SNL movies, but, you know, all those. The Tommy Boys and the Big Daddies and that's not Big One. What's his name? Billy Madison. All those ones. We seem to be missing that in today's culture. And the Austin Powers really hit the spot the other day. For me, anyway. I really enjoyed it. I thought they were both funny.
Yeah.
I got to watch Goldmember. I love Gold! She toy like a tiger.
It's dumb, but when you put that judgment aside, it's a good ride, too. Like, just relax.
Well, that's a good advice, period. I agree with that. The Wilds. Tell us what The Wilds is about. Yes, it's so good. Amazing show, but I'm biased because I love anything Japanese. Oh, okay. I mean, all right. I don't know what I'm sure there's a reason. Mystery, deserted island shit. Oh, yeah. Okay. I might have been interested in that one. There's another one called The Resort I wanted to watch too, but you know, I'll generally judge things on like if I haven't seen it in the first season and it doesn't get picked up, it's like, whoop, didn't need to watch it.
I do too.
Dodged a bullet there.
The network or streamer pulled the plug before I had to invest in anything. I'm good.
Yeah. Now the opposite is, of course, is true because then you do get invested and then Netflix pulls the fucking plug on a 4-episode story 3 episodes in and you're like, what? The OA, I think it might have been 3 episodes, but they canceled it, or 3 seasons, and they canceled it after 2. And it's like, but it was a 3-season story, you damn people.
That sucks.
Britt Martling. Now, does she get to then sell that show to somebody else? Because theoretically, the fans want to know what the frig was going to happen. This was like the type of thing. Imagine a Stranger Things type show where like, it's not wrapped up each season. Like something's happening. Did anybody watch the OA? I mean, that is one of my favorite shows of all time.
So good.
And it's long and slow, so like you got to be into it. You got to be willing to, and I think it's only 8-episode season, so it's not that bad. But you got to be willing to like watch an hour or two to get into it. But then once you are, woo, deep. Although I can't recommend it now because who the hell knows what happens? What a bummer. Britt Marling, though, or Martling or whatever her name is, she's into good shit, though.
Britt Martling.
She did a couple movies that we've watched, A New Earth or Another Earth, and the IO or the OI or something like that. No, the OA is her show. That can't be it. Anyway, some other one. Something about the eye. Remember about the eye? Like about your little eye?
I forget.
She's really good.
Didn't you write that show with her husband?
That's it. I think you're right. I think they're writing a duo partnership. But it's the same thing with those movies. It's like they create together.
I noticed that.
Excuse me, Jay.
Yeah.
St. Clair Insurance is sad about being late, but delighted that they are now at the party. They say hello to everybody.
I'm so happy that they are here. We're going to tell everybody about them in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, check out coverageforyourtoys.com and get yourself some new auto insurance while you listen to what we're talking about. What the hell were we talking about? Oh, that's it. I lost it. Let's see. Mystery Desert Island shit. Mayans MCU. Seriously, there was something that was just in my hand. What was it? Do you remember?
The last thing I remember talking about was the OA.
I know. And Britt Marling and yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. You're right. Me too. I'm in the same exact boat. Squirrel. Woo, gone. Oh no, it was this stuff over here. That's right. It's right on the screen there. That's all. I left the reminder up. Robert Osborne says, "Hey, I could talk if you still need talking." I don't know what that means. I'm on hold to join the show. I'm a health coach, yo. All right. I think Nicole and I have a mutual friend. Oh, I see. Do you know any? It's there's no H in this Nicole's name. Do you know a Robert Osborne? Bob Osborne?
No.
Can we say the mutual friend's name and see if it's true, or maybe we don't do that? How does that work? Maybe you know what? You can do it, and I don't have to put it up. You could put it, and I can look at it. Can you say the mutual friend's name? Maybe we do. Although I don't know if we'll be joining the show today. Although I don't know if Sean Lee will be either. Actually, I think it's time and now. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Here, let me see if he messaged. No. Last thing he said was, "I'll keep you posted. I should be able to make it." So yeah, all right. I don't want to hassle, especially because if he's not here, I don't know. Somehow these shows end up being magic. Some kind of bullshit thing. Something else will happen. Oh man. Okay. So Tedward, Barry, amazing. Barry is. I watched the first episode of Barry, and maybe the first 2 episodes, and I'm okay with it. Is it better than the first 2 episodes? Because Miss Maisel is not, and everyone says it is, and I disagree. So I gave up on that one after a few episodes because I think it's not as good as people say it is. I think we want it to be better than it is, and that's a common thing that we all do.
Yeah.
And then for a while, we're all hot on it, like, no, it's good. And then as time passes, we're like, nah, I guess it wasn't good, but we really liked it at the time. I was worried about Barry because I was like, it's Dexter, but like not as good. I don't know. There was something that rubbed me the wrong way about it. And I love Stephen Root. I love Bill Hader. And the first episode was shot all right around the corner from here. They ended at Patty's.
True.
So I don't know. I guess we need to watch the whole season on that one. I don't know. Who do you trust, right? You say it's good, Tedward. I generally trust your opinion.
I trust Bill. He knows what's up.
Oh, all right. I don't know if I should say this. Should I say it out loud? Do I say the name out loud? I don't think you're going to know who it is.
Who?
Arnie Roberts?
No.
Arnie Roberts?
I don't know who that is.
He spoke at Comic-Con.
A lot of people did.
I wonder in what context he spoke at Comic-Con.
What year?
We don't mean to make it's not. We come across as making fun of. We're not. She may be. I'm not.
I'm not. I just sound like it. I just heard it. Sorry.
It's awesome. Barry's a good one. Other people are agreeing. We need some more Forgetting Sarah Marshalls. Well, here's the thing. I agree with you. We love that movie for so many reasons. We just watched that recently too. But that is, Judd Apatow is of a school that we are talking about. He killed the 90-minute comedy. He went, oh no, you can do 2 hours plus and put some good heart and story in there, and then make it an actual thing that's like actually a good movie on top of just being funny and a laugh riot.
He brought character development to stories when people didn't always want to.
Heartfelt character development, like actual real shit versus just
did
Billy
this.
Madison's growing up.
I did this. This happened. That person reacted that way. How do I deal with that?
Real life consequences and weird kind of embarrassing tones and stuff. But that changed to the 2 hour plus comedy, and everyone seems to be following that since. And there are a lot of people that are not Judd Apatow. And as far as I'm concerned, Judd Apatow is Gary Shandling. And what I mean that it's like a stamp of quality, and because I consider Gary Shandling to be among the best there's ever been. So like there's a lot of people who paint by numbers based on the Apatow model, and they don't land it, and that's how we end up with what I'm complaining about, I guess. A lot of movies that if they were 20 minutes shorter would be hilarious. There's a lot of movies that are released, and they clearly should be like, oh, that's the director's cut that's on the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that they thought was funny high in the editing room, but it's not actually funny.
It's not. And it's the same concept of everyone thinks they're funny all the time. It's like, you're not.
That's
So
true.
Everyone can take that note.
But I still agree with you, Shazam. With everything I just said, I still agree with you, buddy, that more Sarah Marshalls, like, yeah, we need more of those heartfelt stories that are funny. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm a sucker.
Don't the best comedies have a little bit of heartfelt stuff to them though as well? Like, I don't know. I think my favorite comedies have a little bit of that.
I don't disagree. What are you thinking of right now?
I'm trying to think of one that's not an Apatow movie right now. Kevin Smith movies. I think about Clerks 2, for example. That one tugs on the heartstrings, but it's
That's
fairly
like
relevant.
the only
and
one I can
still
think of
goofy.
that tugs on the heartstrings. The one with Rosario Dawson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but I see your point. I mean, I don't know if I can. I don't know if you made your point though. I think I can see it, but I don't know if you made it well.
Okay, think about go back to the 80s. Think about Parenthood.
There you go. That's a great one.
That tugged on the heartstrings.
Again, not a 90-minute comedy though. Not like that was like a full 2-hour. That's more of a drama that's funny.
Yeah. It's not
that could be,
laugh
yeah,
a
that's
minute, like always.
I mean, I'm
Positive.
really talking about like the Tommy Boys, the Dumb and Dumbers, the
Yeah.
when we were kids, it was like anything that was on Sunday afternoons. You know what I mean? Anything that was, I think 90 minutes seemed to be the magic number for syndication because like with commercials, it timed out back in the 80s and 90s and stuff. So like, I think I just saw so many of those movies from the 70s and 80s and 90s that, I don't know, maybe I just want more of them. Maybe it's what you're saying about Sarah Marshall. I just want more of those.
I think you might be onto something, but you're not alone. Like, we all need that.
Concise. Like, let's be concise about it.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be your swan song.
Yeah. Not everything needs an auteur. Like, some stuff's just meant to be funny.
Yeah.
I love the word auteur.
It's because you're French. Are you? You're not actually French,
No.
though. You're from a different part, aren't you? Yeah, a totally different part.
Sir.
Not from
I'm from the West.
Montreal.
The West is not French.
Not even a little bit. Oh, man. No, you're Boston, California.
That's right.
And we just found out that you're only a couple blocks from Porsche Center,
Porsche of
Kelowna?
of the Okanagan or of Kelowna, whatever they wanna call
Okanagan.
themselves.
Okanagan. Goo.
3-minute walk from my house.
It is Porsche Center, Kelowna. I just followed them, so shout out to Porsche Center. Here, I'm going to, how do we do this? How do we oh, I can't do it. No, I can just record it a video, right? Shout out to our friends at Porsche Center. Say it again. Porsche.
Okanagan.
No, it's not that. It's Porsche Center. Where do you live?
Kelowna.
Porsche Center, Kelowna, the home of Okanagan. Yeah, they're going to love that when I post it. All right. I don't know what to do. Do we just keep talking? I mean, it's either that or not, right? It's either that or pull the plug.
I think it's enough time to reach out and say what's going on.
No, because I don't know what we receive in benefit from that because at this point,
Right.
you know what I
This
mean?
is my
Like I don't.
publicist brain. Like,
Yeah, the show must go on, but we are doing the
Well,
show, and if
I-
he gets here, he gets here, and if he doesn't, he'll be here tomorrow or next
everyone
week.
gets to watch me learn how to relax.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just people were always trying to produce around you, and you literally wouldn't let it happen because you were like, "No, we said this, and the schedule does this," and right, like this is what we agreed to, and you're not honoring your side of the deal.
Yeah.
I used to see that all the time. Don't. But that's how you used to get things done. I don't have any problem with it.
When you agree to something and have 4 minutes to do one thing, if it's not followed, that's not right.
Agreed.
So it was my job to make that not happen.
Totally agree.
And I was really good at my job. But it's taxing and it's a weird mentality to take outside of your job, which I do
There are a lot of
all
ways-
the time.
There are a lot of ways to be good at your job to get the same result. It just so happened that you used to use the scorched earth technique.
I was a bitch.
You
So-
would go nuclear on the first shot so that you didn't. There was no 3-strike policy. You got nuclear and then you go, woof, we don't want that to happen again. So
I
everybody
learned
stayed in
how
line
to-
forever.
Learn to act quickly. Things happen fast. Like we used to do minutes or interviews on 30-second intervals. Like it was a
Like
tight
speed dating.
turnaround.
In
Yes.
the junkets, yeah. I witnessed
So-
some of that. It was crazy.
You work fast.
Yeah, Tokyo Vice is not reality. It's about the Yakuza Mafia. Oh, shit. That does sound interesting. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the movies. I know you don't fuck with the Yakuza Mafia. Also, Tokyo Drift was awesome. I hate to admit that I like that movie, but I think it's probably actually my favorite one of the franchise because it's so different than the other ones. And it truly takes a guy who doesn't know how to do shit, and then it shows him work really hard to get good at doing shit, and then at the end he wins. It's like Karate Kid. It's more like Karate Kid. That's why I like it. Holy crap, how about that? Kid moves to a new town. It's Karate Kid. The first one is Point Break, right? We all agree it's Point Break, but with cars. The Tokyo Drift is Karate Kid with cars. Although I know Karate Kid also has cars. Don't get me. Oh, man. Fish Taco Bob says greetings. Now, Fish Taco Bob, were you the one who had the Porsche Turbo, or was that a different guy, the silver Porsche Turbo, who then came and said hello to us? Because the guy who came and said hello to us did not seem like a Fish Taco Bob, right?
Correct, sir.
But meanwhile, after these interactions the other day on the show, somebody came up to... Somebody came up to us at Breakfast Club, and I just wouldn't have pegged him as a Fish Taco Bob. And that doesn't mean anything. He could have totally been. Let's see. Oh, my gosh, there's so much here. All right. He
We're having a
does
show of
badges.
our own on Instagram right now.
He
It's
yeah.
great.
Oh, you are too? Oh, good, because we got one going on YouTube too. He does badges for events. Oh, okay. With QR codes. All right. Well, she stopped working before QR codes. So, Smart Reg International. Okay. I promise to get your show in the news. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Remember Pretty Woman when the shopkeepers were shitty to her at first? Big mistake. Exactly. Totally. Exactly. Your show would be better if Nicole was the host. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, she is the host. You are not that funny, Jay. We all know it, but we don't want to burst your bubble, dude. All right. But you know that I know it, right? So the joke's on you. Let's see here. Let her speak, man. Sorry, Robert. Meanwhile, Radio Lendo says, really enjoy the show. We'll tune in again. Yeah, Robert Osborne, I don't know who you are or how I rubbed you the wrong way there, but whatever. All good.
Hello, Jay. Fish Taco Bob says, sorry, I'm behind because I was watching the YouTube. No, that wasn't me.
Thank you. Thank you. That's good to know. Good to know. Let's see. Robert Osborne. I mean, we've got to find out who Robert Osborne is now, right? Well, that's what he wants, so let's do it. He wants to be on the show. Let's see. Oh, wait. Are you Alpha 952? Are you the same? If so, I mean, here. I thought I already followed you. I just followed you back. I don't know if it's the same person or not. It's hilarious. Oh, I don't know. Could be different. Seems to be a lot of Robert Osbornes. His name is Robert Osborne. 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 Fight Club? Fight Club. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sorry, Robert Osborne. I hope you didn't tune in for Sean Lee. Let's see. So now it makes me think. Now the way that all turned here. Now let's go investigate because I can't get it out of my head. The way now I'm thinking the way this all went. I was reading it differently when it was happening, but now I'm thinking. Now I'm thinking there may have been some snark to some of these. So the thing about here, let's see. Remember Pretty Woman, when the shopkeepers were shitty to her at first, big mistake. Now, is he saying that I was that way to him, and now I'm not funny, and now I should shut it and all that stuff? Because he said I'm waiting to join the show, and I said, well, we're not going to do that tonight.
I didn't take it that way, but fuck if I'm wrong.
Okay. No, I know you didn't. I didn't either, but I think he did. Don't you think?
That's I read it and responded incorrectly too. Then.
Oh, okay. So we're on the same page.
Yes.
But you agree that this might have then now we think I didn't know what to make of that. I thought he was making a joke about you, how sometimes people treat you one way, but then it turns out we're different and whatever. The scorched earth thing.
Thought everything was fine except for the H that I don't have in my name.
That's hilarious. That's true. You don't have an H in your name. Oh, maybe that's it. Oh, well, some people don't like to be corrected. You know what? I bet that's it. And then he thinks I'm the same way, but I'm not. If you've got a better way for me to do something, I actually want to hear it because I'm like all about efficiency and stuff. And we all get caught up in the moment sometimes, but I'm also like over the ego, and I'm over having an ego, and I'm over everything my ego ever did for me or against me. So again, if you're picking a fight with me in that regard, you've never got the right guy. I'll never play war games all day long. Tic-tac-toe. Have a fun. All right. Anyway, let's see. Really doing this. Oh, here we go. Arnie's bro died of cancer today. Wait, who's Arnie?
Who's Arnie?
Wait, I don't. I mean, that's terrible. That sounds awful. Arnold Schwarzenegger? I don't know Arnie. Do I?
I don't know either.
All right. I feel like maybe. Oh, I see. There is a Alpha 950. So it's got to be the same person. All right. Well, I just followed you, Alpha 952, Robert Paulson. Not Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Osborne. His name is Robert Osborne, not Robert Paulson. I'm not funny at all, Robert Paul or Osborne, but we don't have a guest today. So I guess you're saying you want to be it. All right. Fuck it. Let's do it. I'm in. I love a challenge. Let's see what happens. There he is. Is this the?
Hey guys, how's it going?
So you are the same guy.
Yeah. I was just joking around. I'm just like, I'm a fan. I'm playing with you.
I thought I followed you already, but I guess I didn't. I followed you back. Maybe I follow you on one of the other accounts because I know your name. I know that Alpha. I know your name anyway. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry if we offended you.
No, you didn't at all. You guys don't remember it. I was on your show a few months ago talking about Porsches and Alfa Romeos.
Yeah, I vaguely do remember.
Yeah.
Was the Pretty Woman thing aimed at her or me?
No, it's just a joke because I've been watching clips lately. I've been bored. I'm watching, like, you can't handle the truth and whatever. So it's in my head, all the images. I kind of think in terms of images more than like paragraphs sometimes.
I can share that. I'm definitely a visual thinker, visual learner, visual thinker. Awesome. Well, what did you want to talk about tonight? Because apparently it's not going to be Sean Lee. You want to talk about the Z?
Well, a couple of things. The new Z obviously is looking pretty tasty, looking like a pretty nice car. And you may recall I'm an Alfa Romeo Giulia owner, but I've kind of like been flipping cars lately for a while. I had a previous Giulia, then I had a Quadrifoglio, then I had a
Ooh.
Jaguar F-Type, and I flipped that. Now I have another 2019 Giulia, just the 2.0 turbo. And I just wanted to say that the Z car is really appealing to me. I like my Giulia, but 400 horsepower for about $45,000. If you can get it for that, I'm sure dealer markup's going to be like, the way it's going now, like 80 grand on top of that. Dealerships are so greedy.
Yeah.
Auto Nation in particular.
Yeah, I agree. But if you can get one for 50 grand or even 60 grand, seems to be all the car. I'm excited about.
You're right, Jay.
I'm excited about if you actually got one at sticker or whatever. Think about times changing a couple years from now or whatever. If you really are able to buy a a 400 horsepower car for $40,000 with all of that kit, think about what you could then do to that car. And that's where I get excited in this aftermarket, performance mod world, where just a couple little things might make that like really, really. It's already fun, but like you could make it really cool too, for not a lot of money.
Yeah, Jay. I mean, I think that you're really onto something there. And I mean, I was talking before about Porsche 911s are such good cars, but the market is such that they want $50,000 for a 2007 997 with 120,000 miles on it. It's like, you know what? I'd rather buy a 2019 Giulia I just got with 9,000 miles on it for 37 grand out the door.
That's amazing.
I mean,
you mentioned the Quattro too. A friend of ours has the Quattro, and that car is a stinking beast.
Oh, you mean the Quadrifoglio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one. I bought one from Vroom, the online car service, and those jokers sent me a car with two different brands and types of tires on the front and rear axle. Can you believe that?
Wait, was it new or was it pre-owned?
It was a used car. It was a 2018.
Still, I wouldn't. I agree.
Car.
I wouldn't even sell it that way. I agree with you. That's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird.
But I mean, it was a beautiful car, black, with the yellow calipers. There's the back to the yellow car reference. But it was actually kind of a cool thing because they have a 7-day return policy. There you go. And so I have a Quadrifoglio. They're going to refund all my money, but they can't pick it up for 3 weeks. So I have a car to play with. As long as I don't put more than 250 miles on it, I can take it up and down Highway 17 to Santa Cruz as many times as I want.
Oh,
and that's what I did. So I got to own a Quadrifoglio for a short period of time, and it was a ball. And it was such a worry-free ownership experience because I knew I was getting rid of it. I knew they were refunding my money. I was going to buy something else. So I was like, okay, cool. That was really awesome. And if I'd been able to put the miles on it and get it down to Breakfast Club, I totally would have done that. It would have been great to meet both of you. I mean, I watch the show all the time, and I'm sorry that your guest is in traffic or whatever, but I was hopeful that you might be able to talk to me because I don't know what it's like in LA now, but things are crazy up here in Northern California.
Yeah, it's crazy in general. Where in NorCal are you?
I'm in Mountain View, Palo Alto. I work in Palo Alto.
Yeah, beautiful. Are you in the tech industry? be funny.
Actually, I'm a health coach.
Are you really? Well, that's a great place to be then. There's a lot of folks who are probably burnt the fuck out.
It's where the Google headquarters is,
so that's true, Jay. A lot of veterans are,
wow.
BFO, as you say.
In what capacity? How are you working with veterans in a therapeutic way?
Well, for example, regular medicine fails at a lot of things, as you know, Nicole. Traditional medicine fucks a lot of shit up. Pardon my French. So whole health it starts with a question. We do like a personal health inventory, and we say, why do you want to be healthy? If you were healthy, if you could do anything with that health, what would you do with it? And that's how it starts. And there's mindfulness involved, alternative therapies, Qigong, Tai Chi.
Oh, I love it.
So that's where I've worked for the VA since 2001 in different roles, and I've been a health coach for 3 years, and I just got a promotion. So I'm working with health coaching in primary care and offering people a chance to come in. And, doctors don't have a chance to talk to people.
Right.
Doctors are very busy. They're very well paid, but they're not expected to have a conversation and really get to know people. They're just expected to come in, write the script for Pfizer, make the pharmaceutical companies another $4 billion, and that's it. So with Whole Health, it's about, we want to sit down and actually find out what's going on in your life. Why are you stressed? Why is it so hard for you to lose weight? Why is your diabetes off the chart? That's basically what Whole Health is all about.
I love that. You're not gonna treat the symptom. You're gonna go figure out what the heck. Where's the root of the problem?
Yeah,
Nip
and
that
it's
in the
not
bud.
a new idea. It's, they've been doing it in Europe for a long time, and the thing about it is that we could save the system a lot of money if people focus on day to day taking care of themselves, mindfulness, checking in, doing body scan, doing guided meditation. I'm a big proponent of that. I've been doing guided meditation, and let me tell you, I've been able to get rid of my road rage completely. I don't give a shit anymore. I just don't. I play the game. It's not worth it. Why let someone rent space in your head for free? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like,
I
someone wants
do.
to pass me, go ahead.
I
Have a
do.
nice
I thought
day.
that was
Have a
part of
nice
growing
life.
up, but maybe I got healthier at the same time. I love that.
Yeah, so that's, and I mentioned Arnie, and I apologize for that, just because
Tell us who Arnie is.
Friend,
Tell us who that. We don't know who you mean.
Here's his business card, if you can see that. He's an awesome guy. I've been just hanging out with him a little bit. I go to tech events here.
Oh,
in
the
Silicon
person
Valley.
you thought you knew Nicole through. Duh.
Yeah, well, he has pictures. He's so proud of the fact that he spoke at Comic-Con, and anytime you talk to him, he's like, "Hey, look, here's me, and I met all these science fiction actors and stuff." And so that's what I was thinking of. But his brother passed away today of stage 4 cancer.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
Arnie's brother, and
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. You go ahead. You go ahead. I just
No,
they probably did meet, but they probably met
Right.
along with so many other people that there's almost
Yeah,
an impossible.
I totally get that. Yeah,
There's no way
not,
she
not
would
a
remember.
problem.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, I've known Arnie for a little while now. He's a great guy. It's his younger brother who passed away.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I'll just relate the story. Last week, we went to an event in San Francisco, and Arnie had given me a ride to an event a couple weeks ago. So I said, "Hey, Arnie, I'll give you a ride. I'll drive down." And so we drove a trip down and had a good time, and really, really, just really sweet guy. And on the way back, I went to the event, had a few drinks, a few, like 3, maybe 4, had a good time. But on the way, I didn't really want to drive my car out of San Francisco. We were in San Francisco. And I was like, "Hey, Arnie, why don't you drive?" So I tossed him the keys to my 2019 Alfa Romeo that I just got a couple months ago. And I never let anybody drive my car. I mean, I'm like, no, that's not happening. But Arnie, just getting to know him a little bit, I really trusted him. And I was like, here you go. So he drove back from San Francisco down to Mountain View in Los Altos, where he lives. And he just absolutely loved the car. He was so happy to drive it. And this is a guy who's had 356s and all kinds of really cool cars in his past. But now he's driving like a huge, like, dually Dodge pickup truck. So getting out of that and getting into the Alpha was like taking off a combat boot and getting into a ballet slipper. He was just...
Very good analogy. I was
Yeah,
going to go,
he was just-
commercial to a fighter jet, but absolutely.
Yeah, he was just all over, the steering on the Alpha is so quick. If you sneeze, you're going to be changing lanes because it's just so sensitive. And, I felt really good to share it with him. And he was like, after we got back, he wanted to like look at the engine and look around the car and look in the trunk. And he was generally enthused about it. And I felt, just really, really glad that I could share that because, I tend to be, and maybe with possessions in general, we get like kind of like, that's mine. I don't want anyone to touch it. But honestly,
I think that's a young man's game too.
Yeah. So, but thanks a lot for having me on, Jay. I just wanted to.
You're
say
welcome.
that,
You kind of guilted me into it, but I'm enjoying it regardless.
Yeah. Well, no problem. I mean, and I really admire Nicole and what she puts out as far as like her vibe. And of course, you've heard that from everyone. Everyone tells you that, but you are, you're a force of nature. You are very strong. And I know you don't feel good. You probably don't feel good right now, but you're here and you're putting a smile on. And there's no higher purpose than to do that, to be able to do that. And not just for yourself, but for other people to like have that smile on your face. That's actually shown, scientifically to like help you accomplish more and challenge your illness. I mean, people who have a better attitude, they've done studies. It does make a difference. It's scientifically proven now. So
Yeah. Thanks for all your kind words. I appreciate it.
Thank you
you're
for
welcome.
saying
You're
that.
welcome.
And anybody else who wants to say it, by all means, tell her more. She needs to hear it more.
It's happening like crazy on the Instagram right now. The love for
I
Nicole
can give you
is through
a
the
tour
roof
of
right
my
now.
tiny $1,800 a month apartment if you want.
No, sorry, that's okay. We're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna figure it out over here. But thanks for checking in, and I follow you on the gram now. And if there's anything else you need, just let your waitress know,
Say
and
hi
they'll.
say hi to Matt and Smoking Tire guys, and to
Oh, Matt and
to all
Zach.
the folks. Yeah, all of your local regulars. They're all awesome, especially Magnus Walker. I mean,
Oh,
that guy,
yeah, we love
If he wasn't
Mag.
already, James Bond of the long-haired hippie car guys, he certainly should be. I mean, there should be a new Bond with Magnus as James Bond, in my opinion. So.
Well, that's interesting. That'll be a hell of a.
Well, I mean, all we have to do is get the script together, and Jay, you can produce it, and everyone gets an executive producer credit.
Oh yeah, I'll
Just
take
hand
the
them
EP
out, like-
credit. Yeah, in the back end, no problem.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, Robert
Thank you,
Osborne.
guys.
Do you go by Bob?
What's that?
Do you go by
I
Robert or
Rob.
Osborne or Robbie or Rob?
Rob. Oh, Robbie. That's what my sisters used to call me to know me when I was a little kid.
Oh, then I
have
won't
three
do that.
sisters and- yeah. No, but just Rob. Rob is good.
Rob. All right. Awesome. Rob Osborne. His name is Rob Osborne. Thanks, man. And sorry, again to your friend Arnie who lost his brother. That's a very sad situation.
Yeah. Wish them the best.
Well, yeah, same here. Exactly. Thanks for tuning in, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know what to do, except I would say that at this point, Sean Lee is going to be here. We did a Lieberman one where he showed up at like 6:15, and then we did another hour and 20 or something like that.
I
And it was just
remember that.
ridiculous. I remember, I don't know if we both had to, I can't remember if we peed or not, but I don't want to do all that today. So I think what we'll do is I'll probably we'll wrap this up, and I'll let him know that we've just wrapped this up, and we'll just put it together for you later or another time. If he shows up later tonight, we'll record it. And if not, we'll just go live again, I guess. Because who cares, right? Who cares? It's the internet. I'm so old school television. I'm like, I can't believe the bookers let this happen. It's like, who gives a shit? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. I'm so happy to be back in the studio with everybody. I don't even know if I talked about everything on this thing. Ozark, got it. Johnny Depp and the poop in the bed, got it. Pikes Peak, thank you, Jeff Swart, for joining in so that we could talk about Pikes Peak. I mean, that'll be great on the blurb, being that we don't have Sean Lee. It's the Bait and Switch Show. Live at 11. Yeah, exactly. Damon McCarthy, you know my shit. Get some rest. So tomorrow, this is very interesting. Mrs. Ryan doesn't even know about this yet. Good show, y'all. Sometimes guests come, and sometimes we improvise. It's the joy of it all. Fun times to you. Oh my gosh, Mark Green, you're still here? Holy crap. Mark Green, did we ever get an answer? Does he ever get to LA? If so, would you please be on our show? We'd love to have you, please. It's Omar. Great to see you, and thank you for the improv. Now, what the shit was I just going to say? Crap. Damn it. Thanks to Jeff Swart, I said that. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Mrs. Ryan doesn't even know this. Tomorrow, don't tell me I'm out, but we're dropping her off at the vet at 7:30 in the morning for a regular, whatever. She's really old. Checkup and a haircut. And she hates that. So I have to drug her first with a pill so that we can take her in, so that they can take her out, so that they can give her a shot, so they can knock her out, so they can check her out. If she was my cat from the beginning, none of that would be necessary. But unfortunately, she wasn't. So her programming is this one's and not mine. And it's, when you get down to brass tacks, it's fucking fight, no flight, just all fight. And she's killed people. That cat has killed people. So we're dropping the cat off at 7:30 in the morning. And then, guess where we're going? You and me. So that means you got to be up too and out and about. You're coming with me to the vet just to drop the cat off. And then guess where we're going?
Where?
Palm Springs.
No way.
Well, just for a quick hello, we're going to go see Chris out there tomorrow morning. So we're gonna go say hi to our friend. We need to do some highway miles on Yellow Car 2.0 or the soon-to-be Yellow Car 2.0, 1.8 and a half. I don't know where we are now. We need to do some highway miles on it. So we're going to go to Palm Springs. We need to pick up some medicine for you. So we're going to do that at the same time. And he's out there. If we can, we'll get a tour of his new joint. And that's what's going on. And then we'll be back here in time for picking the cat up. That's what it is. It's like 5 hours. It's like 2 there, 2 hours back, whatever. We'll pick up the cat on the way back. And then I'm actually happy about it because when I drop the cat off at the vet, like you can't stay with the vet where we go. It's like it's whatever. I don't know. They just don't let you. And I'm not good. I'm not good when the cat's not here and I know the cat's okay and she's, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a good dad when somebody else has my little baby. So the fact that we have someplace else to be and something else to do is very good for me.
I bet.
Historically, we drop her off on the way to Breakfast Club. And that always works out well because, like, oh, we're gone for 4 or 5 hours anyway. I don't have to think about it. So it'll be the same thing. Yeah, that's a little bit more than you needed to know about me and my love for my feline. Palm Springs, get a date shake. Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to see her walk normally. Well, she's still 22 years old, so there's still a lot of whatever. But she's just got these saddlebags of clumps on the side that she won't let me rake out. And it's bad. It's gross. It's gross and bad. And it's just she won't complain about it, right? She's just like, oh, I'm fine. I love you. I'm just old. And I'm like, you're not. Every time we shave you, you get all spry and young again and like moving. So I love that I'm stalling like Sean's still going to show up. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It'd be nice if he came in at the end. Oh, you got him. We love everybody. Did I know? 2.0, Yellow Car 2.0 updates, I guess we'll tell you on Thursday. The miles are part of it, and then everything else is done. Then we got to go get the whatever. We're finally at a stage where we can do what we thought we'd be able to do really quickly 6 months ago, where we can now just go to the dyno, then go put the plenum on, and then go back to the dyno, and then it's done. Finally. Solid day. Ooh. And her sweet haircut. Ooh, solid day. Fight on. Cat Dad. We love you. Thanks for all tuning in for your badges and for this wonderful conversation. Oh, thanks to everybody. Though it seems to be a slowing car price market. No, I don't. I think if it slows right now, it's very, very temporary. I think it's only slowing because of the actual money, the money that's around there. A lot of net worth has been wiped out, either permanently or temporarily. And then I think that affects things, but I think it is very temporary. Mike, do you have a take on that? You're much more in tune to the financial world than I am, but the question was about the car industry and how it's sort of temporarily slowed. And my take is that it's tied solely to the temporary financial hit.
Yeah, I mean, there was an episode of The West Wing where they talk about that. Where they talk about, hey, you know how I know the gas price isn't too big or too high? Because people are still buying the SUVs like crazy. There's still a waiting list for all that stuff. I think that people are being loud about things right now, but I don't believe that is going to stop the car industry even a little bit.
Yeah, I guess, sorry, buddy, maybe I didn't phrase the question well. I guess right now, if you have been paying attention, there is a slight dip. It's been, really ferociously like this. And then right now, this week, there is like a slight, it's a little more steady. The things on the auctions aren't going this week for what they were last week. I'm saying okay. I believe that that's solely tied into the financial markets in this country itself right now with the crypto and both the stock exchange and stuff versus like, this is sensing a new pattern for where things are going.
Sorry, every bubble has to burst at some point. You think about, can it continue to go up the way it has been going up? Like, isn't a cooling off period, haven't we been driving towards a cooling off period needs to happen at some point and it needs to correct itself a little bit?
Oh, so maybe we disagree on this. So you're saying maybe it is the beginning of a pattern and I'm saying it's solely just following the financial market with what's going on in the last week or so.
Well, a lot of the things in the financial market, though, have been driving like a freight train as well, like a lot of different markets, real estate in certain regions and things like that. And at that point, it's got to level off at some point, right?
So it sounds like the financial no, the only of all of us, the only actual financial advisor here is saying that yes, not only is it is probably tied, which we were saying, but he's saying also don't maybe think it's as temporary as you thought it was. This is maybe a mass correction.
Or it's just going to sit here for a little while before it does it again.
Okay. Fine. All right. So there you go. So we've got all sorts of different opinions here. That's what you like. That's what you like.
Also, Rob kept talking about Julia. Hey, on my next guest, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is going to be one of the new guests on the next season of My Next Guest with David Letterman.
I forgot about that, buddy. Thank you so much. Friday, right? Friday, the Letterman show is back on Netflix.
6
My
beautiful
next
new episodes, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus being one of them.
PRD Matt says, thanks for the amazing shows, by the way. They help my work days. Wow, thanks so much. Yeah, I see a lot of Escalade sales in Orange County, ironically. One vintage. Hello, Damien Dorian, damn it. You know it's Armor. Mike Lovingly, Gassy Guy, Babes and Classics. Hilarious. Hilarious. I feel like 2024, 25, it will start to normalize. I don't know, man. We're facing... I mean, it depends on what happens in the world, right? Do all of a sudden we decide that electric cars aren't the future and we're going back to fossil fuels? If that's the case, then I agree with you. Then all of a sudden, these will not be worth what they were. I just don't see that happening. I think that these gasoline cars are going to become older and rarer and fewer and more far between. I mean, they're not making more and time is speeding up and... It comes down to supply and demand. Unless something happens where all of a sudden people either don't like the fun of driving anymore or it's no longer allowed. Yes, I think this does keep going up even when the market isn't, because I think automobiles will be a commodity that are safer than, say, the markets. Because I think over the long term, based on what I'm saying, it will always make money. There will always be a market. I don't mean every single car. I don't mean a Honda Accord. But I do mean like these 911s and these rare cars that we're talking about. I could be wrong about that, but that's just my gut hunch. You know, and the finance guy agrees. My money man says, yeah. The Ukraine-Russia thing doesn't help. No, I mean, everything's tied together, right? Anything, when it comes to economics, everything's tied together. And that's why things like sanctions actually make a big difference. This isn't political, by the way. I'm not talking about the politics of it all. I'm just talking about, like, cause and effect theory, basically. And yeah. We're definitely riding some effects these days. I mean, if you get into the conspiracy theorists and all that, I'm sure they say that, you know, none of it's a coincidence. It's all some, you know, mass New World Order plan, whatever. All good. I mean, all I know is even if you're right, it's above your pay grade. Mine too. Yeah, they will be the next horse. Yeah, you get it. It doesn't go away. It becomes a different commodity used for different things. You know, horses, you used to need a horse to get around. It was like shoes. Then
it became fun and people got ponies.
Well, it didn't become, I mean, what happened was we ended up we got a better way. We got an automobile. We got a motorized carriage. We got all this stuff. And then all of a sudden the horses, well, what are you going to do? Just not have horses anymore? No, the people who liked riding horses then did it for recreation and for fun. And that's what I'm saying will happen when everything is either both electric and or automated. If it's an automated system.
So much more eloquent than me. I just spurt words out. But
I've just thought it through. Like a comedian, like we're never not thinking. We, me and comedians, no. But so you're always thinking about something. So you hypothesize. You think about, if this were that, and then how would I feel if this were that? What would it be? Blah 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 blah.
This is why I liked working with comedians and why I was a worker. Just spurt shit out. But
I think you're awesome. But you're right. Everybody has a floor to their building.
Thanks.
So naturally aspirated engines will be the new vinyl?
Well, they kind of are now, right? I think they already are. I mean, we're in maybe not. I mean, I don't know what was. I mean, we're going straight from vinyl to CD, aren't we? I mean, in this analogy with the cars, it's not like we're
digital.
going through 86 variables of cassette and tape and different magnetized tape. It's like we're going straight from analog, or are we? Like, because there was DAT tape, there was all this digital tape.
Sure.
We went to tape in the meantime between the records and the CDs, and it was a linear thing which got complicated, but it was also like the amount of advancement in technology that went into just magnetic tape to full digital tape, full digital tape. Like it's kind of crazy what they did in that period. So I guess now I'm
You
just
can almost
pontificating on
combine-
technology.
You could almost combine the analogy with the different models of cars, though. Like for example, a '93 Pontiac Sunbird might be the 8-track, but the vinyl is going to be the Camaros or the more sought after classic type vehicles.
Right. And where you're from, Camaros are sought after?
69 SS, yeah, big time. One just sold here for 130 grand or something like that.
Wow, no shit.
Yeah. Canadian though, so that's like $1.25 US.
There was a show that I used to watch on Velocity that now that you're talking about it, it makes me think I think that was actually shot up in Canada. Did you used to watch any of those shows on? I guess it's Motor Trend now, but it was Velocity for a while,
I think it
and
was
like
the
those
Speed Network
restoration
up here.
shows, Heritage Motor Cars, maybe.
That's more my stepson watches all of that.
All right, yeah, you've got a money
Yeah.
business. You don't have time for that shit. It's like, I'm making moves and shaking hands over here. Got deals to make. I don't have time for the fucking car TV. All right, well, I mean, I am so grateful to St. Clair Insurance, and so much so that I want to tell you that they say, oh, that's not it. They say, you would think I would know this by heart by now, huh? Nope, need the card.
You should flip the Instagram around. Oh shit, they're what?
Do you want to produce the show,
No,
or do you
I-
want to be on it? You can be one or the other, but you have to pick a lane someday. I would love it if you were able to produce the show because it would mean I didn't have to. I would love that.
I'm gonna stop talking. I
Don't.
forgot it was directed at the screen, so sorry.
No, it's fine. I want to make you happy. If this is better, it's better for me. This is the part. See, I'm not actually uncomfortable now. I bet you all are, and I'm so sorry, but I like it. I like it. I'm like Andy Kaufman. I'm like, this is fine. This is the real us. They say, in the middle of a commercial, you would interrupt in the middle of a commercial?
I'm a
They say.
jerk sometimes. I'm a dick, and so I say it all the time. Like, I'm sorry.
They say all which separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. What's that? Oh, no, just kidding. It's not Sean Lee. What types of toys, Mrs. Ryan?
Collector cars and yay.
Oh. What types of toys, Mrs. Ryan?
Collector cars and businesses and homes and anything to insure.
That's right. Licensed in most states, St. Clair Insurance shops the top providers so you get the best coverage for your toys. Simply go to www.stclairinsurance. Nope, that's not it. Go to www.coverageforyourtoys.com, coverageforyourtoys.com,
Coverageforyourtoys.com.
and tell Jeff St. Clair that Nicole says hello because,
I can't.
except you have been speaking pretty well these days, so that I guess that joke is.
Until I want to say something and then it's a joke. So I can't. So then that happens when I say the wrong thing. So I like our joke. It stays. Hi, Jeff.
Producing again. This episode has been brought to you in part by Series 1 Films. Series 1 Films helps automotive brands create engaging cinematic content for social media and advertising to grab and to hold your ideal customer's attention. Check them out at series1films.com. What was I doing there? What was that?
I don't know.
Started doing Hamlet or something. Not Hamlet. That was the other one with the skull. Is that Hamlet? No.
I don't know.
Oh, man. Did you have your tradecraft? I didn't even notice if you had that at all. You had that at all?
Early.
Oh, okay. As long as you had some.
Oh,
It's Tradecraft Tuesday.
Thanks, guys.
And then we're gonna go see Chris tomorrow for Hydrotic Summer, Hydrotic May. Go to series1films.com. Series1films.com.
Series1films.com.
The one is with a number one. Series1.com. That's what you do. That's what you do. Macbeth. Thank you. Poor Yorick, right? Alas, poor Yorick, or whatever. Is it Macbeth? I can't remember. What did I say it was before? I have the worst memory in the world. There's so much going on here. I can't remember 2 seconds ago. I called it somebody else. Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is so long for a freaking. We don't even have a guest. I'm so sorry. Way to catch up. Should have scheduled it this way. Should totally just schedule a catch-up show after a week off. Had a great time with everybody, by the way, on that week off, hanging out in the green room live. That was so much fun. Even when we were getting at it with each other, like, I hope you had fun too. We love you. So I love you. We all love you. Tomorrow we're at the Vet and in Palm Springs. Thursday we're back with Emmy Hall, racing driver, rally driver, automotive journalist, and reviewer. That's right, folks. But wait, there's more. I met her on the Smoking Tire podcast when I was filling in for Zach, and we had Lynn Woodward and Emmy Hall on it the same day because they were doing the Rebel Rally, and she's just awesome. And we've made great friends with Lynn, who's been here a bunch. I hope that Emmy likes it and has a good time, and that she's here a bunch. She's really cool. So we're going to be talking about everything she's up to on Thursday. And maybe something about the Nissan Z, which supposedly was coming out this week. I don't know if you heard. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being so awesome. Thank you. And Anna, by the way, Deb from Singer called, and she left me a message, whatever. I guess we're going to do we'll just do a little thing on a little 30-second thing on at Breakfast Club on Friday. I guess she'll be up at Breakfast Club. So that's what's going on. Love everybody. Love to producer Mike up there in Canada. We've got the Letterman show's back on Friday, and the Letterman podcast. What's going on with that guest-wise, just on the way out? Do you have any new episodes?
Yeah, we shot with Mark Malkov today. Rob Cates just went up. He admins a whole bunch of Letterman podcasts. And then we've got the Postmortem coming out. So we're going to have a guest talk about each episode of the new season of My Next Guest. Jay, you're going to be one of those folks who does that with me. Going to be very exciting. And we've got 4 or 5 guests that are former staffers that we're recording this week. So it's going to be lots of good stuff.
So you are stacking the deck with episodes. You're banking a bunch, and it's one a week. Is that what the schedule is?
Yeah, we're taking it as it comes, and if the bank gets really big, we'll throw out some bonus episodes as well. So, but the goal is one a week, and we don't know how long it's going to be until we get lean. So, but yeah, we've got very fortunate right now. A lot of folks want to just jump on right now. It's great.
It's not going to get lean. If you're doing it like Mark Malkov, you're not. I mean, I was wondering why you were having. I mean, a lot of people around you have done a lot of legwork for you that you don't. You're not starting from the same place that a lot of people started. So you kind of already have a leg up on this thing, and I guess you have to think about what you want for it, and not only you can make it happen, but we all can help make it happen for you. So
yeah, absolutely.
This can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, well, the feelers are out there for a lot of people. Timing isn't right for some folks who are going to come on, like Rupert, for example. He wants to come on. It's just the timing's not right, so we might not get into him till next month. But yeah, no, it's great. The support is awesome, and we're very, very happy with how things are going.
Big May sale over at the Hello Deli? Is that what he's sweeps week for Rupert? Is that what's going on?
Something like that. Must be it, yeah.
Oh, it's all hilarious. All right, well, that's it. That's it. We love everybody. Check out the Letterman podcast for Shazam Mike up there, and we love to producer. We love to producer Ariel. That's right. All the above. Let's get the hell out of here. Get off the air. We love everybody. More next week. All right. See you then. No, Thursday. Damn it. Shit. It's been so long. I feel like we've been on a week. Get out of here.